I have over 1,900 games in my collection, go from Master System and NES all the way up to today. People always say, have you played them all? No, impossible. Of course I haven't. Might have played a high percentage of them until I started going for a full PlayStation 2 and a full 360 collection. So I thought I'd make the series, welcome to Have You Even Played It, Mate, where I go through my collection and see what percentage of the games I have actually played that I own. And today we're going to start off with my first ever console, the Sega Megadrive. Now, we're going to do this in 2 videos because I've got a few more Megadrive games than a few of the other systems. So we're going to blast through around about half of my Megadrive games. And the first one is Tailspin, my only unboxed one. I got this thrown in with something at a car boot somewhere. I don't even think it works. But we have played the game. I rented this game loads as a kid. I didn't own it, but I rented it loads. So we're 1 for 1. We'll move on. Next one, we have got a great series, the Mega Games series, a great compilation. Yes, I've played it. I've played all these games individually, actually. And Alien Storm, Super Thunderblade, Super Monaco. One of the weaker ones, I think, of the 3 packs. I like Alien Storm. Super Thunderblade is a helicopter sort of on rails game. I used to have a little... Can you remember the LCD games with the sort of screens that you could hardly see? I used to have one of those. And it was Super Thunderblade, and I honestly found that more fun than the actual game. Hot take, but yes, we have played that. Not really hot, is it? I mean, how many years afterwards I were cold and off at best. Mega Games 1. I think I got this. Did I get this packed in with my Mega Drive? I'm not sure. But did you have a Mega Drive if you never played Columns? I was about to go in a Rocket Knight Adventure there anyway. A different game. Super Hang-On, good game. And World Cup Italia 90. A good football game before EA Sports came in and just took over everything. But yes, great game. And it offends us that they sort of changed how they presented the games. That looks so much cooler, doesn't it? They just give up. They just give up by them. There's a couple of more the Mega Games I want in my collection. But some of them are quite expensive. I do want the one with Golden Axe on because I don't have Golden Axe. I'd rather get the multi-pack than just Golden Axe on its own. Next one, again, a rental game. A game that got 94% in Mean Machines. Mega Bomberman. Now, Mega Bomberman, I think, is seen as more of a Nintendo character. However, I played this to death. I must have rented this game so many times. So much that I may as well have just bought the game myself. It's got like a little story world. When I think of Bomberman, I think people always think of the multiplayer. Because it's a cool multiplayer game, but I love the story, getting the little pieces of rock by going on each sort of level and everything. Next, we have Lotus Turbo Challenge. Just a racing game from EA. It's in the same sort of form as Outrun, where you're behind the car and you're going on it. But you're obviously driving... Lotus Turbo cars, similar as that. Yes, we have played that. There's nothing much to it to go into it too much. Now a little cheeky doubler, because I will say, because these are 2 different games in my collection, but they're not. For some reason, I have the American version of Lion King. This is the English version. I've played this so much. I've played this loads. Really hard game. I would always get up to the waterfall at least, where there's a part in the waterfall where you're jumping up logs. I'd always get past the first part that people always say is hard with the giraffes and stuff like that. I'd always be able to get through that. I found the Stampede, which looked really cool back in the day, where you're in it's sort of like pseudo 3D. I found that a little bit hard, and then when you try to jump up the logs in the waterfall level, I found them hard. So I rarely completed it, but they're the same game, so we've played technically both of them, even though I've only played one. Next game, mentioned this in our Master System, because I've got the Master System version as well. Lemmings, love this little puzzle game. I used to love puzzle games. I played this mainly on DOS, but we've played the Mega Drive version as well. And there was another game as well, The Incredible Machine. Drop it in the comments, can anyone remember that game? You'd have lots of parts that you'd have to put together in order to make the machine work. But it's sort of a really bad explanation of it. But a really good game. It reminds us of them type of games. Next, we have Jungle Strike. Jungle Strike, they're part of the Strike series. There's lots of games: Jungle Strike, Desert Strike, Urban Strike, Soviet Strike, and Nuclear Strike if you go on to PS1. This was the sequel to Desert Strike, the second one, and really confusing because it's called Jungle Strike, and you start off in Washington defending the White House, and then you go to some like sort of at sea level. So some people, because the levels are quite hard, probably haven't even seen it. Start bringing other vehicles in that one. Great game. We have played that one. So we played them all so far. Again, this was my console as a kid, so it's going to be a high percentage. Yes, they stole the RoboCop theme for RoboCod. I'd say my favourite Christmas game of all time. I think it's the only Christmas game that I enjoy playing. I can't think of another Christmas game I play. But I play it all year round. You got Operation Safe Santa. I always found the James Pond series weird because all the games change. One of them was like an Olympics game. One of them was like a third person. No, sorry, it's a 2D platformer. This is technically a 2D platformer, but you can extend there. Look at long old James there to attach to the roof and stuff like that. I think they advertised the penguin biscuit. I don't know, that I could make that up. James Pond the Duel, I have not played this. I've put it in a test. It didn't seem that good, so I didn't play it anymore. Domark 007 the Duel, not much to say about it. Must have got it in a collection or a really good price at a car boot or something, but we haven't played it. Flashback, never completed this as a kid, but we did. I think they did a HD remake, and I downloaded that and completed it to get the platinum, to get an easy platinum. Really cool game. The graphics seemed like they shouldn't be running on when they did little cutscenes. Yes, they didn't have faces and stuff like that, but it felt like they shouldn't be running on a Megadrive, and they did, which was crazy. Sort of like a puzzle game, like early Prince of Persia type platform and that type of stuff. We'll get the next three out of the way. FIFAs. Some of the few FIFAs I have on display, because this is where I started when I loved them before sold out and they could do microtransactions. But we got FIFA International Soccer, which is basically FIFA 94. Then we've got FIFA 95. And then we have FIFA 96. Just where the football game started as a kid. I still do. I love football, so of course we played those games. I don't really play football games anymore. Went for the platinum on FIFA 19 and it broke me, but back then they were just amazing. Here's a game that has one of the funny shaped cartridges, because it was a Codemasters game, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Fantastic Dizzy had an inventory like 3 items or something, and it was just madness. I look on the back now, and half of the area's Cloud Castle, Zack's Tower, Bubbling Fun, Shipwrecked. I never got to them. I didn't know what I was doing. Did anyone play Fantastic Dizzy? Or I think this was a series of loads of Dizzy games. And actually know what the hell they were doing. I really love the idea of the game. Like, I played it all the time, but just would never get anywhere. But a game I don't enjoy the idea of. We have played it, unfortunately. Echo the Dolphin. Epic music. Shite game. Really bad game. I don't care what you see. You might have happy memories of this. Most people don't know this is a sci-fi game that ends up in space and fighting aliens, because all they do is just dick around on the first level, meet a whale, an octopus, that type of stuff. It's about a dolphin saving time. Theme tunes, the music and theme tunes are epic on it though. Dynamite Heady. Sorry, when these games hit nostalgia glands for us, I've got to sing the song. A guy just changes his head into like a vacuum cleaner or a big heavy axe or tiny. Really cool mechanic. You can change your power by headbutting it. His head flies off. A cool just little platformer. Really, really cool. I think it's Treasure. I'm not sure. But that's a cool 2D platformer. If you've not played it, have a go at it. Again, a game I got this Christmas, but rented this game more than I should have. Basically, should have bought it. Love the fact that it was a 2D side scrolling, shooting, jumping, but there was the background as well, and you had your machine gun, Tommy gun. When you press your buttons, you could take out people in the background as well. And just the film of Dick Tracy really spoke to me as a kid. It was really strange and weird. Yeah, it was a weird one. Anyway, so we've won one game we've not played so far. We've definitely played this one, Desert Strike, the prequel to Jungle Strike. No, it doesn't say that on it. I've tried to beat this on stream a few times and not been able to do it yet. It's a really hard game. It took me ages to realise I have to do the things in order. I know that sounds weird, right? But you've got all your missions at the start and you do them in any order. And if you do them in the wrong order, it says danger, you can't do this first. And I just thought, man, it's danger, you got to be careful. No, you really can't do them. They will take you out in one shot. do them in order. But a really cool game. I do want to beat that on stream at some point. And that another game that we'll mention really soon. Cosmic Spacehead, another Codemasters one. I think it's like Dynamite Heady. The back looks exactly the same and stuff. I think it's got a bit of platforming in as well, though. I'm saying I think because I've not played this one. So there's number 2. Not doing it. An absolute joy to play, apparently, from the Megadrive Advanced Gaming Magazine. I never got that one. I must have just been a beginner. We've got a top-down racing game, Combat Cars. Only the strong survive. Sunday drivers get wasted. There you go. So it's just a top-down, quite fun racing game. Nothing to write home about, but it's quite cool. Yes, I have played that one. And the advertisement for Lemonade for a bit of 7-Up was Cool Spot, which is basically the spot from 7-Up, if you can remember it. Platformer. I think everyone played this game. I think it must have been pushed loads because of advertising something. And there's another game I've got in the series, but it'll be have to wait. Don't look on the back. You can't see anyway because of the shine. There's another game that came out in the series that I played a lot more and enjoyed more, but everyone remembers that one. This is the other game that I want to beat on stream. I played this primarily as a kid on the Amiga, I think, on my cousin's Amiga. Cannon Fodder, a great game. Still one of the best theme tunes of all time. War, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Top-down sort of... Is it an RTS? Can you class it like an early RTS? War game. I want to get through this game on stream, saving Jules and Jops. If you know who Jules and Jops are, drop it down in the comment. But I want to get through with them surviving. Elysia Dragon is a game that I bought to sell on my Vinted and never ended up selling because I played it, really enjoyed it, and couldn't put it down. So this is a game we've actually played recently. It's a sort of shooting game. You get magic powers and stuff to unlock, side-scrolling. Quite a cool little platformer there. A little bit of a lesser known one. So we've played that one. And then one I played so much time in, Aladdin. Would get to the magic carpet level every time, and then normally that's when I would get taken out. I love the level in the genie. That's just after that, but rarely got to that. Just a cool game, and this game is better than the SNES version. People out there who had SNES will say that they're two completely games. Back in these days, you wouldn't just get ports. Sometimes these systems you get two completely different games, and for me, this is the best one. So there we go. There are my first half of my Mega Drive games. So far, let's do a count of how many. So we've played 24, and we've not played 2 of those Mega Drive games in my collection. Again, this one in the video before, and the next video bumping up percentage before we get on the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360, and they really drop down. So there is the percentage of games I have played so far. How many we've got through, considering I've got 2,000, it's not many, but the percentage is higher than I thought it would be at this point, so I'm happy with that. Next video, we'll do the next half of my Mega Drive collection, and a big thank you to these guys as well, who are my Patreons, who make this all happen. Links are in my bio to my TikTok, to my Twitch, to my, this is YouTube, so you don't need that, to my podcast, to my Patreon, to all those things. Go and have a look. Drop me a follow all the places and all that jazz. It would be lovely. Anyway, thank you so much for jumping into the video. Really appreciate it. And hopefully see you in Mega Drive Part 2.